short story The Tip of the Iceberg by Lalitha K. Withanachchi. We are team number 11 of dedicated professionals with a passion for the tip of the iceberg understanding of the dynamic short story. SLIATEHNDE in English 2021-22 p. T. Samantha are team members 1. My. Farhan Sam, N. 2021, p. 00812. Aslam Sam, N. 2021, p. 01063. AM. Fasiha Sam, N. 2021, p. 00664. Musajith Sam, N. 2021, p. 00275. JM. Murthala Sam, N. 2021, p. 00946. Razmi Sam, N. 2021, p. 0006.
Lalitha K. Withanachchi was a Sri Lankan educator, journalist and writer. She worked as a journalist at Daily News for 12 years. She was born in January 1927 at Bandarawala, Ova Province. She completed her higher education at the University of Ceylon and graduated with Geography Honours in 1950. She claimed the first prize in an international short story contest hosted by the Linguist Department of the Macquarie University in Australia. For her short story titled The Truth, which was based on the true story behind the 1983 Black July riot in Sri Lanka, she died on 26 September 2021 at the age of 94.
The summary of the Tip of the Iceberg by Lalitha K. Withanachchi provides an insightful overview of the story's themes, characters, and narrative trajectory. Teaching experience. The story outlines the narrator's extensive teaching experience spanning over 20 years in various schools across Sri Lanka. It emphasizes the challenges faced by the narrator in teaching English as a foreign language, including the use of corrective methods and the constrictions imposed by educational regulations. Educational system critique. Withanachchi's narrative critiques the rigid methodologies enforced by the Education Department and advocates for a more natural approach to teaching. The summary highlights the narrator's frustration with the prescribed teaching methods and the contrast between teaching as per regulation and teaching in a more personal, effective manner. Impact of the 1971 insurgency. The story alludes to the broader socio-political context of the time, specifically the 1971 insurgency and its impact on the education system. It hints at the symbolism of the black baton worn by insurgents and its significance in the narratives. Overall, the summary effectively captures the essence of Withanachchi's narrative, offering insights into the challenges of teaching, socio-economic disparities, and the complexities of the educational system in Sri Lanka during the 1960s and 1970s.
In the short story, The Tip of the Iceberg, several characters contribute to the narrative's exploration of the challenges and complexities of teaching English in Sri Lankan schools. The important character is Lalitha K. Withanachchi. She is a narrator and protagonist of the story. She has taught in various schools across Sri Lanka for over 20 years. Through her perspective, reader gain insight into the struggles and frustration of teaching English as a foreign language. The second character is the students. In the school, the students in the narrator's class represent the diverse backgrounds and circumstances prevalent in Sri Lankan society during the 1960s and 1970s. They come from impoverished families with many facing economic hardship and hunger. The third character is the principal. The principal, though not a central character, he prioritizes maintaining order and discipline over providing a conducive learning environment, as evidenced by his dismissive attitude towards educational standards and regulation. Sam, Costa, and Rodrigo. These students are briefly mentioned but play a pivotal role in the narrative's climax, where their reaction to the teacher's lesson on the Titanic reveal deeper societal issues and ideological tensions. Sam's earnestness and desire for justice, Costa's cynicism, and Rodrigo's distributive behavior reflect the varying attitudes and perspectives of the students toward their education and the world around them.
Now we see the themes of The Tip of the Iceberg, short story by Lalitha K. Withanachchi. Several themes that resonate throughout the story. Challenges of teaching English. Withanachchi vividly portrays the struggles faced by English teachers in Sri Lanka during the 1960s and 1970s. The narrator describes the difficulties of teaching English as a foreign language, including the rigid methodologies enforced by the education department, the lack of resources, and the pressure of inspections. This theme highlights the broader issues within the education system and the need for more effective teaching methods. Socioeconomic hardships. The narrative also delves into the socioeconomic challenges faced by the students, particularly those in the suburban school in Colombo. The overcrowded classrooms, poverty among the students' families, and the absence of basic resources paint a stark picture of the harsh realities of life for many Sri Lanka children at the time. This theme emphasizes the impact of socioeconomic factors on education and the resilience of students in the face of adversity. Critique of educational system. Withanachchi critiques the limitations of the educational system, particularly regarding the teaching of English. The narrator contrasts the stifling regulations and methodologies enforced by the education department with the more natural and effective teaching methods used by her favorite teachers. This theme underscores the need for a more humanistic approach to education that prioritizes student engagement and comprehension over adherence to bureaucratic regulations. Resilience and compassion. Despite the challenges, the narrator demonstrates resilience and compassion in her interactions with her students. Despite the difficult circumstances, she strives to engage her students and provide them with meaningful learning experiences. This theme celebrates the dedication and perseverance of teachers and highlights the transformative power of education in overcoming adversity. Impact of historical events. The narrative also touches upon the 1971 insurgency in Sri Lanka, symbolized by the black buttons worn by insurgents. This historical context adds depth to the story, highlighting the broader social and political issues that shaped the educational landscape during that time period. The insurgency serves as a backdrop to the narrative, influencing the characters' experiences and the eventual outcome of the story. Therefore, The Tip of the Iceberg, by Lalitha K. Withanachchi, offers a poignant exploration of the challenges and triumphs of teaching in Sri Lanka, highlighting themes of resilience, compassion, and the transformative power of education amidst socio-economic and political turmoil.
Literary elements. Lalitha K. Withanachchi employs several literary techniques in the tip of the iceberg, to convey her experiences and messages effectively. 1. Imagery. Withanachchi uses vivid imagery to paint a picture of the schools and images she teaches in. For example, she describes the dilapidated state of the suburban school in Colombo, with broken furniture heaped at one end of the playground, creating a stark visual contrast to the idealized image suggested by the school's motto. This imagery helps the reader understand the harsh realities faced by both teachers and students. 2. Symbolism. The use of the phrase, "the tip of the iceberg," serves as a powerful symbol throughout the story. It represents the superficial understanding or perception of a larger, more complex reality. By using this symbol, Withanachchi underscores the idea that the challenges faced in education, as well as in life, often go much deeper than what is immediately apparent. 3. Irony. Irony is employed to highlight the discrepancy between the official expectations of teaching English and the practical realities faced by teachers like the narrator. Despite attending numerous seminars and adhering to meticulous lesson plans for inspections, the narrator finds that her most effective teaching occurs when she deviates from these prescribed methods. This irony emphasizes the disconnect between bureaucratic mandates and the actual needs of students. 4. Foreshadowing. The narrative subtly foreshadows the upcoming 1971 insurgency through the mention of the black buttons worn by the insurgents. This detail, introduced early in the story, gains significance as the narrative progresses, culminating in the realization that the students in the narrator's class may have been connected to the insurgency. This foreshadowing adds depth to the story and contributes to its sense of foreboding. 5. Dialogue. Dialogue is used effectively to characterize both the narrator and her students. Through the interactions between the narrator and the principal, as well as between the narrator and her students, Withanachchi reveals the attitudes, struggles, and aspirations of each character. The dialogue also serves to advance the plot and convey key thematic elements, such as the socio-economic challenges faced by the students and the narrator's frustration with the educational system. Authentic material. Rakshasi movie was directed by Gautam Raj in 2019. The headmaster of that government school rolled by Jyothika. In this film she brings in several changes at her institution despite facing odds from various quarters. Similarly, in this short story, Lalitha K. Withanachchi tries to overcome the contradictions and obstacles in the government school education system in Sri Lanka and streamline the teaching process. Conclusion. Lalitha K. Withanachchi's The Tip of the Iceberg is a poignant reflection on the limitations of the education system and the broader societal issues that pervade the lives of both teachers and students. The mention of the black button on Costa's shirt serves as a powerful symbol of the broader socio-political context in which the story is set. The fact that many boys in the class have black buttons on their shirts hints at their involvement or connection to the 1971 insurgency, which is a central theme in the story. The black button symbolizes the students' frustration, disillusionment, and desire for change in the face of societal injustice and inequality. The teacher's realization that she had failed as a teacher, because she had only seen the tip of the iceberg, underscores her recognition of the deeper issues and challenges faced by her students. Despite her efforts to teach English and geography, she acknowledges that she had not fully understood or addressed the socio-economic hardships and political unrest affecting her students' lives. This realization highlights the limitations of the education system and the need for a more holistic approach to teaching and learning. This story subtly hints at the impact of the 1971 insurgency on the school and its students. The fact that there was no school for a very long time after the events of April 4 suggests that the insurgency had disrupted normal life and education in Sri Lanka. The teacher's mention of remembering Sam and Costa every April serves as a reminder of the lasting impact of the insurgency on the lives of those involved. The tone is imbued with a sense of loss and regret. The teacher's acknowledgement that she had failed to fully understand and address the challenges faced by her students reflects a deep sense of remorse. The absence of closure, with no mention of seeing Sam and Costa again, leaves a lingering sense of sadness and unresolved emotions. All in all, the conclusion of The Tip of the Iceberg encapsulates the themes of disillusionment, socio-political unrest, and the limitations of the education system. It leaves readers with a powerful message about the importance of empathy, understanding, and addressing the deeper issues that impact students' lives beyond the classroom.